Good evening, all. Ira Epstein with your Spider ETF stock market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for Thursday, the 31st of August. Can't believe I'm saying this. The 31st of August, 2023. Wow. I woke up this morning in the suburbs in Chicago. I live in the cities. It wasn't this cold. 46 degrees, 47 degrees. Whoa. It's going to be 95 Sunday here, so that gives you an idea of the crazy swings. I don't know if you saw the blue moon last night. I did. Wow, brightest moon I've ever seen. And they say it won't be back to, 2037, something like that. That's rather amazing. Hope I'm here. In looking at the markets, we have to understand where we're at. Today we had the core PCE price index. It came out at 4.2% as the trade thought, but that was an increase from the last reading of a tenth. Market expected that. But here's my argument. What takes the Fed off base with that? That's a big number. It tells me that core CPI is probably going to be running something very similar to that as well. I'm concerned. So do I think that there's any shot that they're going to drop rates? No. The market might think so, and the market started breaking some mortgage rates today. I did see that. And we have a lot of data tomorrow in thinly traded markets. You can imagine how many traders are going to open up their screen, say, that's it, I'll see you Tuesday, and they're gone. I see that already happening. So if we take a look tomorrow morning at 7:30, we're going to get the non-farm payrolls. Right behind that at 8:45, we're going to get the U.S. final August manufacturing sector PMI. Then the ISM is going to come out with their manufacturing sector index, and then we'll get construction spending at 9 o'clock, and people will be gone at that point in time. They'll see the opening, and they're going to say, well, what do I do with that? I don't want you to leave just yet. I want to remind you that before you go, you want to take advantage of my Labor Day sale. Now's the way to do it. 40 off, any 1-year chart purchase of research and any of my charting courses. Today I spent at least an hour and a half finishing up some PowerPoints for the swing line section, again, of the new course that I'm doing, and there are radical differences that I'm putting into all this. It'll just keep getting better and better. It will take me 2 months to get the course done. I fully intend to have it by Christmas. And for people that buy the full charting course now, you'll be able to get another discount on the brand new one after that. And the price difference is going up. It could go up 20, 30%. So just to give you an alert, and you get a discount now, and I'll give you a discount later. So that's when I do the full charting course. How do you get it? Go to iraepstein.com, move your cursor to the top. Enough of that. So let's talk the markets and get to the chart action. As we can see here, if we look at XOM, Exxon, most of the energies are getting a bid. Now, it's interesting because Iran's production just keeps ramping up. You know, remember, aren't they under sanctions? Doesn't matter. They go out to sea, they transfer oil. People that say they're our friends and they're going to pay attention, they're buying it. They know what they're doing. That's been going on. Venezuela's coming back to the market. And the Saudis are going to try to maintain things by saying they're going to extend, I believe, their production cuts right through October now. So I expect that to be formally there. What's the pattern? The pattern is one of higher lows, higher highs. So we have a bullish pattern. That's the swing line. Your market, you're right over now. Take a look. You just had a bullish crossover today where the 18-day average in red got over the gray, which is the 200-day moving average of closes. So that's bullish for the market. Take a lot to get this market back under 107.72 to say, hey, this is all a phony move. Not happening so far. What could it extend to? Well, the likely target is 112.42, the upper Bollinger Band. You can see those bands when you come at them, they have a tendency to stop these rallies. That doesn't mean they go into a bear trend. They can correct from there. That's what I'm looking for as it comes out, because you're overbought. It would be one thing if the market was embedding like it was doing here. Then I'd argue now you're going to go a bit higher than that. But when you're overbought in the first hit of a Bollinger Band, and that's what I teach you, some of the things I teach you in the Enhanced Bollinger Band course, that's what I'll be looking for. Rivian. Rivian's been acting phenomenal, as you could see, but it is overbought. I'd be careful of the 2273 level. I was so hoping you were going to actually hit down here the 200-day average. You just missed it by cents. That's okay. I was on the money there, and then when we got back up here, I said, I don't think it's going to hit it, and I was right, and the market has extended that rally. Now we get over to UGA, and this is an important zone right now. You had what's called an outside day up today. One of the courses that I teach is the outside day course, and it has importance. If the market's not false before it takes out today's low, it should be getting at least to the 18-day average of closes. So I'm looking for a little bit more of a rally in the marketplace. In XLF, higher lows, higher highs, market staying over the 18-day average. Everything's bullish on this chart at this point in time. Support comes in 34.32. The risk is all the way back down here. And the resistance probably going to fall on you very quickly, pushing it down because this Bollinger Band is marching quickly to the downside. In the industrial sector, well, obviously this is going to be impacted by jobs, by the CPI, PPI numbers yet to come out. Remember, this is just now getting into the beginning of September. We're going to get a lot of data, and that data is going to tell us what the Fed is about to do or give us an idea about it. You can see you've come up and you're into an area that I consider overbought. Just so you know it, formally, whenever I see it in my slow stochastic reading, I alter how mine work from yours. By the way, if you use TradingView, our suite of indicators is on there, but you have to go to our website to activate them. Go to iraepstein.com. Under Client Resources, on the top right, you'll see, go to Charting Software, you'll see it, you activate it right there, and then we turn it on, and all these indicators show up for you in the versions that I have, including the swing lines. But as you can see, the market coming up here, getting itself into overbought territory. Now, overbought territory, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't mean you have to come down, but I don't think it attracts new money, especially right at a holiday like this. Walmart, yay, went right to the resistance point, overbought. I think that's where the pros are going to start coming out of the market. Boeing, so it went up to what I wanted yesterday. This was what you call one of these relief rallies. When you're under the 18-day average of closes, which is this red line, when you get a bounce off of other key numbers, Bollinger Bands, 100-day average, if you're going to rally, that's a likely target, and the market often has to play around there for a bit to decide what next. That's what's going on. In the home builders, be a little cautious now. Now you're starting to get into overbought territory. So the market has stretched itself on up here from 77, 78, almost about, what, $6, $5.50 higher, 83.39. Caution, not a trend either. Lower and low, higher high. In the energy sector, still friendly for all the reasons that the markets are so hoping that the U.S. goes into a pause, a strong economy. It's good for energy consumption, not only with us. If we do good, there's contagion. If the U.S. does good, other people aren't far behind us. It's the way it works. We're the biggest economy in the world. If you think China's a match for us, boy, are you wrong. I'm not saying I don't know what 10 years are, but today they're nowhere near it. And it's very difficult for a non-free economy to really attract entrepreneurship. For a degree, yes, but what did they do with Alibaba? They cut its legs off. They cut its legs off. Every time something gets good, and these are bright people in China, every time something gets good, oh, that's too big, they're making too much money, they go in and hurt it. Very hard to do business. On the other hand, there's so many people there, India, other countries, U.S. enterprise has to be in these countries. All right, that's how you grow your products. But really having a long-term investment where you think you can operate freely there, so far Musk has about the only hand I've seen, but he'll get slapped in the end. Higher lows, higher highs, coming up here to 89, 84. We'll see what happens. In the gold market, you're at a resistance point. Now you're at the upper Bollinger Band in an overbought market. Pause. Why? tomorrow's jobs data. Come on, this is a big number. Traders are going to extrapolate like mad from that number, say, here's what's going to happen because of it. Here's the bull case. Here's the bear case. This is how it's going to work. It gets crazy. And thin trading can just exasperate everything that's going on. Now, are we going to embed in silver? Embedding requires 3 days in a row over 80 readings. You can see you got 1, 2, 3. You've got your reading. So on a good break, if this market, and the word is if this market, breaks down and holds that, I have to look after the jobs report and say, that looks good, that looks bad. What do? I wouldn't even make a decision tonight. Wouldn't try the exercise. In the copper, you've rallied into key resistance. As I told you, the first resistance off this break when you lost the embedded reading was the 18-day average. Then you have 2 other layers. If China does something big, whatever that may mean, I can see copper coming alive, but they haven't. And they seem to be dancing around. Well, we'll tweak this, we'll tweak. Tweaks aren't going to do it. You got to go in there with a baseball bat and hit something. Knock it down, break whatever's causing the problems for you, and do something radical. Then the copper can come alive. Why is copper so tied to China? 50% of the world's consumption in China of copper. And by the way, I am seeing industrial activity today. Some reports came out there, their PMIs and the like, picked up. It's not an expansion number. They were in the 48s, but they are picking up. They're not dropping. TLT, very overbought. So you've gone from this break low to the rally high. Are you going to disappoint the market or cheer it on? I think tomorrow's jobs report's what it's about. And the same in the dollar. Why even guess? Tonight, just throw a dart like that. You got as much chance of guessing this right as to what the impact will be, not only what the number is and how the market's going to react to it. And in a thin market like this, you can do one thing and come back in Tuesday morning and the market changes its mind. By the close of business Tuesday, I'm going to feel a lot better about the markets. Traders will come back to a larger degree. We'll have digested all this, and it'll be easier, I think, to ascertain what it all means. In FXE, I think this was the sell zone in the market for some traders to come out if they were playing games with it from being heroes down here. I wasn't, of course. Now I don't see it. But the weekly chart's very bearish, not bullish. And this market did pull back in this market. I told traders today going into tomorrow's report, because I did have them in this trade on the short side, by the way, because the weekly charts in the bear cover half your position now, stops. Whatever the report's going to show is going to show. You get stopped out, you're out. But if you get a home run trade on the rest, yay. So you put it together, you come up with the game plan, and that's what this is all about. And I'm going to remind you, the sale's coming to an end. To take advantage, move your cursor to the top. It'll take you to our website. To get into the charting courses, go to the word education. To get into the research, just the word research. It's that simple. IraEpstein.com for the rest of you that don't want to click that top. You have yourself a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Should be a wild one. And for my subscribers at 9 in the morning, boy, will we have a lot to talk about when we do the morning subscriber video for you. Take care.